Good afternoon, everybody. We will do this in English. I hope it's okay for you. Welcome. Next 15 minutes, we will talk about managed disruption with the help of AI in the domain of financial planning. I've prepared a couple of live demo scenarios for you. Just before we go there, I want to ask, sometimes I meet finance practitioners, they ask me, okay, oh, you're from Workday, so Workday you also do finance? Yes. How many of you know that Workday does also finance? Good, it's a good start. So now you know it. Just to put this into context for you, I've put together a quick little chart here. It shows you what Workday does. On the left side, you have all the HCMPs. Many of you might know that, okay, Workday does HCM. Yes, HR, we do that. But we also do finance. That's on the right side here. So we have a core financial system. We have a number of customers in Germany who run their finance ERP on Workday. A couple of other things, expenses, projects, and so on. And we also have a financial planning tool, right? It's a standalone financial planning tool that you can use, which we will talk about today. So I just want to make you aware of the fact that Workday does not only do HR, but also finance, and also financial planning, and that will be the topic for now. Right. So we talked about disruption. So what type of disruption can we think about? There have been energy prices in the past or interest rates. More recently, we have this topic of tariffs that comes into mind. So I want to show you some examples in this domain. First one will be anomaly detection, where with the help of AI you can analyze if your numbers make sense. The second one is predictive forecaster, which allows you to do different scenarios for planning AI-based. And the third one is a tariff simulation. All right, so without further ado, I will go ahead with my live demo. So just to put this into context, many times if you are a financial controller, you will plan certain domains like, for example, revenues or expenses. So in this case, I'm looking at an expense planning sheet. And normally you will ask each of your cost center managers or cost center responsibles to enter planning data. Then there will be one person who will consolidate this information, right? Now, if you are in this position to aggregate and consolidate this information, the first thing that you want to do is to check, okay, is the information right? I mean, how can you check that? Of course, based on your knowledge of the past, maybe based on your insight into the situation, but it takes a lot of time and effort to make this exercise on a regular basis every month. Now, how Workday can help you here with AI is with the so-called anomaly detection. I will just show you. There's this little button here. If I press this button, it takes just a couple of seconds, and then you will have a color code highlighting of numbers where system thinks, okay, you should verify this. So for example, if you hover over one of those fields, you will see, okay, what's the current value and what's the expected band in which, based on history, system thinks your data should be, right? So, of course, there might be reasons like seasonality, which will justify that the number is not in the band. This you might know. But already, rather than checking each and every figure, you have some systemic help here based on AI that helps you to check this. So it can save a lot of time and effort for you. Now, what if you want to know what's behind a certain number and who has done it, possibly? Audit trail. If you use other applications, spreadsheets, for example, but even other tools, you rarely have an audit trail of who has done what. So I will show you here. I'll go in one of the cells here. Somebody has entered 500 for telephone. You can right-click on this information, say Explore Cell, which allows you to go to more detail of what has happened with this number. One of them is the View Audit Trail. And if you go on this, it will show you who has done this entry at which point in time, right? So that's clearly an advantage compared to spreadsheets where, I mean, you might have a number of spreadsheets with different versions, but it's difficult to find out who has done it to justify the information, right? So our solution for planning can help you to do this and thus save a lot of time and money. So that's the first AI-supported case, the so-called anomaly detection in the demo here. Now, I want to go to another example, which is called the predictive planning. So you have the possibility to use algorithms in order to come up with planning data. Could be a possibility also to verify or to check, let's say, manual plans compared to what the machine would say. So it doesn't have to be a replacement, but it could be a comparison. All right. So in our solution, there's the possibility to work with so-called dashboards. Now, I've prepared one of those dashboards here, which is called the intelligent planning dashboards. I will go there now. Right. So in this dashboard, you can put together, let's say, existing plans compared to machine-based plans. Now, to be very concrete, in this case, we talk about the forecasting of number of units to be sold. Okay, it's a kind of revenue planning based on number of units. Now, of course, normally you would ask every sales team to plan those units, but you could also use a mechanism or algorithm to do it and then compare them. So once it has been done, it can show you this graphical comparison, but it also can show you the impact on your profit and loss, because the units is one thing, but then you can also calculate in a driver-based scenario if you have your prices or planned prices, your planned costs, what will be the impact of the planned profit and loss, right? So in this comparison report, you see here different variants of a plan which are based on different forecasting algorithms, and then it shows you the impact in this case of margins and if there are any, let's say, important changes between the plans, right? So this is now already the result of a planning process. Now the question is how you as a power user or business user influence what kind of algorithm you are going to use. I will show you this now. So this is now, of course, I'm addressing myself now more to a power user, right? Not every end user will do that. But just to show you that it's not a black box, but you have the possibility to basically to look behind the scenes, right? So I'm now in the settings of our solutions, and there's a so-called predictive forecaster. So here you have the possibility to come up with a number of scenarios. I will now select one of them, which will show you all the parameters which are the basis of this. So what is it that you are going to forecast? In this case, product revenue, which version are you going to forecast? What should be the start and end of this forecasted period? What is it that you are actually forecasting? So in this case, units. And then also, what are the dimensions that should be taken into account? Because typically an algorithm will look at past data and then make forecasts based on this. So here you can see what are the dimensions which are being taken into account. In this case, customer and product, right? So this algorithm will look at the past of products sold and to which customer, and then will come up with a new forecast. Now, the important thing here now in terms of AI is that you have the possibility to work with different algorithms. Okay, so here I have basically an algorithm that I can select. In this case, there's a so-called auto-fit algorithm, but you have a number of different algorithms that our solution already provides you. I mean, for those who, let's say, work a little bit with AI and machine learning, will probably recognize those names. So there are different, let's say, specific algorithms that exist based on the thing you want to do. And then you will also find what actually is the the specifics of such an algorithm. So if I take the so-called Holt-Winters algorithm, it will show you, okay, so this one will take into account seasonality, right? I mean, depending on the information that you want to work with, you can select and also compare different algorithms, right? Find out which works the best for you. All right. So that's the predictive forecaster support in our solution. Now, as a third example, I wanted to show you the so-called tariff scenario. Let me quickly change my demo tenant here. So, tariffs, as we all know, is a new, let's say, dimension in forecasting. You could see this from, let's say, rather the perspective of a selling company. Let's say if a company in Germany, for example, sells to a company in the USA. Take this as an example. Or also from the other perspective, if you are, let's say, a company that has to import materials in order to produce something, and there can be tariffs on the imported materials. So what is the impact on your, basically on your cost of production, right? So with the help of our solution, you have the possibility to simulate that quickly, right? But because that's the challenge. Somebody will come to you and say, hey, can you quickly tell me what's the impact of our profit and loss if the tariffs go up of about 10%? So then you need to come up with what-if scenarios. So this is where our solution can help you, right? So in this example, I'm a producing company. I have an overview dashboard here. That's all based on the planning solution. So you don't need a separate reporting tool for that. It's all inside the solution. And right, so we have different overviews. For example, what are tariff costs by region, by material category? What's the, let's say, part of the cost by cost component? And then I also have a table-like display here where I can make simulations. So if I want to simulate what happens if this material, PVC, will have a higher tariff rate. So I will put down there now. At the moment it's at 5%. Now I'll put in 50%. Save this information. And we will see as a result that we have a quick graphical overview, cost by material, and the cost components which go up. So you have the possibility to simulate what's the impact of tariffs on your production cost, right? This one is not necessarily AI-based, but it's just a simple way to help you to do scenario planning, come up with a quick way to do what-if analysis. All right. This will already lead me to the end of my presentation. Any specific questions that I could answer to you?
I would join you maybe on stage. We can moderate this together. So there have been no questions via Slido, but do you have maybe a question here in the room? So we have a hand microphone. No, maybe what could be interesting for all of us is, so to what extent do I need other workday solutions to use adaptive?
It's a good question. Adaptive can be used standalone, so you don't need anything else. The solution was built at the beginning as a pure planning solution. It was an acquisition actually that we've done from Workday. So it is used to connect to other ERPs, could be even SAP or NetSuite or other ERPs. So we are open to connect to any ERPs.
So where can we visit you at the booth?
Oh, we are close to the Zugspitze keynote theater in the area G.
In the area G. Okay. So thank you so much. So then a big round of applause, please, for Helmut.
Thank you.